Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your weekly love tarot forecast. This is for the week of November 5th through November 11th, 2018. So Aquarius, let's see what the overall general energy is for you guys in regards to love and romance for this week. All right, so we have balance, waning gibbous moon 3. So Aquarius, this is about a release of sorts, okay? This is still in the gibbous phase, so it's not down in the crescent moon where the light is ever less, but this is the place where we've got to come to an understanding. We've got to come to an agreement. We've got to come to a compromise within a relationship, or you know, if you are separated from somebody and you really are wanting them back and it's just not happening, this might be where this week it's time to balance yourself and your emotions and your expectations and your desires about that relationship and just let it be what it be, because, you know, in a waning phase of the moon, it's like we're winding down. Things are wrapping up, things are ending, things are completing, which is leading towards the new moon energy. So Aquarius, this week it's all about balancing yourself within as well as your relationship with your partner, whether you're together or you're not together. We've got to come to some sort of balance. But for others of you, this is also speaking about if we keep coming to the same impasse, having the same fight, having the same argument, it's time to stop that. It's just a repetitive cycle that will never end. Nobody's happy. Nobody's really getting their way, right? And if anybody does, it's a long, hard-fought battle. So it's time for compromise. It's time for understanding. And if you are trying to put yourself out there and you're trying to compromise, you're trying to understand where your partner's coming from, and you're not getting anything back, no reciprocity whatsoever, then Aquarius, it might be time to really consider, is this relationship right for you? Is this, you know, or do we really need to disconnect and start introspecting and rebalancing and focusing on the positive and why we fell in love and see if that will help anything, okay? Those of you who are dating, there's something that's not in balance for you. Either who you're pursuing isn't pursuing you back the same, okay, or there's somebody pursuing you that maybe you're not so interested in, but you're still kind of entertaining it. We're gonna really feel that, the uncomfortableness of that this week, because your soul is calling for balance. We're really out of alignment somehow, some way in regards to love and romance this week, Aquarius. So let's keep pulling cards and see why that is. All right, so we have calling in our soulmate. Some of you are disconnected from somebody and really, yeah, look at that, isn't that false? Some of you are disconnected from somebody and you're really missing them. Like, you're really struggling to be without them at this time in your life, and maybe you are like, why can't we be back together right now? Like, I don't understand. Others of you who have been single for quite some time, this could be where you're really just feeling it this week, feeling the loneliness and like, why? You know, is this ever going to happen? And this says, Aquarius, listen, this too shall pass. Keep your energy in check. Keep your energy in balance and recognize there is somebody for you, but it's all about timing, 100%. Over here, we have chemistry. So Aquarius, I do see this where, you know, somebody's really liking you, but you may not really be liking them. And it could be because you don't feel like they're the right match, even if there's a good chemistry, you don't feel like they're the right match, or you're still really caught up on somebody from your past and that's who you're hoping for, so you're just kind of ignoring that a bit. Again, it's time to get real with ourselves and get in balance about our thoughts, about our emotions, about our expectations. If we're really hung up on somebody and missing somebody from the past and we just can't get past that, we should not be dating anybody else, because you're not really present, and that's not fair to the other person. Even if they're like, I want you, Aquarius, I'll do anything for you, they're, you know, lessening themselves without even realizing it, that I will still do anything for you even though you don't want me back, because I have this hope that through all of this you'll somehow desire me. Aquarius, no, if you are truly hung up on somebody else, you should not be dating anybody else, okay? Even if you like that person, you have chemistry, if your heart and your mind belong elsewhere, or always elsewhere, then you are doing an injustice to that person. But not only that, you're creating a karma for yourself that you don't want to deal with. Now, because this is general, this can go the other way, where, you know, somebody that you feel a great connection to, lots of chemistry, but it just always feels like they're kind of distant or not fully in. It could be that they're still really caught up on somebody else, okay? Or they don't see the relationship in the same light as you do. And again, this is where we need that balance. It needs to be equal give and take, all right? So let's pull some more cards. All right, so we have time for nurturing over here, where we have calling in our soulmate. So yes, those of you who are really hung up on somebody, don't date anybody this week. Don't involve, like, really disconnect from any other romantic involvements, because I feel like there's some healing that needs to happen inside of you, some understanding, nurturing. It's like you need a moment, Aquarius. You really need a timeout. And now, if this is where you've been really pursuing somebody who still seems to be quite hung up on their ex, they need a timeout. They shouldn't be dating you or anybody else. Like, there's just not enough energy within them to give away. Like, we need to nurture, okay? Those of you who are just like, I am not missing anybody from the past, but I really want to meet somebody. We're still cultivating something here, Aquarius. We're still growing somehow, some way, and only you know what that means, okay? This is a general reading. Over here, we have power and prayer. So, Aquarius, listen, again, this is like where somebody's really wanting you. Like, I will do anything for you, I love you, or I just feel such a connection to you, but you're not so much there. You're thinking about somebody else, okay? Yeah, or vice versa, you know, whoever you're trying to pursue. Now, listen, those of you in committed relationships, this week, let's work on loving and thinking positive and nurturing our relationship and really watching what we say to each other, because with this, it's like their words are powerful. Also, if you make it your intention to pray for the highest good of you and your partner, healing, all those good things in your relationship, happiness, and you're just really vibing and focusing there, I feel like there's a miracle of sorts that could actually unfold between you and your partner, Aquarius. So keep that in mind. As far as like meeting new people, you know, you can meet new people anytime, anywhere. But this week, it's just, I don't know, Aquarius, I'm feeling like you need to kind of nourish yourself, recharge, rebalance, things of that nature. All right, let's pull some tarot and see what comes out there. And look, there's the yes card. So here's the Eight of Cups. Definitely like we've got to walk away from something. Here's the the Page of Wands. Here's the Three of Cups. This is all about that prayer. Here is the Seven of Wands. And here is the Ten of Cups. Yes, okay, Aquarius. I feel like some of you are getting a ton of attention, but it's like we cannot let go of somebody from the past. And the time has come where if we can't let them go, then it's time to spend some time in solitude, without dating, without the distraction of all of that, without going out with our friends all the time, like really getting quiet inside and letting yourself filter through all of that emotion. so that you can be free of it, whether that means you and this person eventually get back together or there's somebody else better for you down the road, okay? It's just that those of you who are really hung up on somebody else, don't string anybody along. And, you know, I feel if you have some time alone, you'll be able to either heal and move on until the time comes that you're supposed to realign with this person, or you heal and move on and don't have an interest in looking back, period, whatsoever, end of story, okay? And now this, again, is a general reading, so it could be reversed. If a person you feel is not very present with you in the relationship with you, Aquarius, you might be better served to say, hey, you need to nurture yourself, you need to heal, you need to do all of this stuff, and I can't do that for you. I'm not going to create a codependent relationship here. It's like I've got to walk away for now, all right? Seriously, like that's totally in your best interest. Now, those of you in this committed relationship, I'm telling you, if we shift our focus back to love and to prayer, like really reaching out to the universe for guidance, for clarity, and having an open heart doesn't blame, doesn't point fingers, recognizes that it takes two to tango, and just desires peace and healing. It's like the universe is going to make miracles for you and this person that you're committed to or involved with, Aquarius, okay? Like, seriously, you have great power in prayer. Now, for those of you that have somebody pursuing you and you're not really giving them the time of day, or if you're just like, well, I'm hoping to get back with my ex, you know, if you can shed yourself of that emotional baggage for your ex, it looks like this could be a really awesome relationship for you with this person. It looks like it has potential for longevity, but you know, make sure you're in it, Aquarius. Or if this person is coming to you, make sure they're fully in it. And if they are, you guys can have something really beautiful here. But, you know, if it's not, then it's time to walk away until true healing takes place either inside of you or the other person or both. So the outcome is spiritual growth. Yes. Like I said, this whole reading, you might need to have some time alone. No dating, no thinking about X, but 100% focus on you and healing and what's good for you. Or some of those of you who are pursuing somebody who's hung up on somebody else or just not really opening up and committing, you know, it's time to detach and grow and let them grow. And in this committed relationship I see here, we've got to walk away from the past, from all the baggage, okay? That was there only to grow us, to strengthen this relationship if we so choose. And now it's time to restore balance between the two of you, which brings about a lot of harmony. And this can happen through prayer and, you know, positivity, positive thinking, positive expectation, focusing on what is right, what is working, why you fell in love, like all of those beautiful things. So Aquarius, no matter what your situation is, it's like focus on the positive. And those of you who are super single, you're really wanting that other person, it's all about spiritual growth, Aquarius. And you might not like to hear that, but when you have finally aligned with that person, you want to be 100% at your best and experience the relationship at that level, right? So, you know, apply this reading how it truly fits for you. And if you need nurturing, nurture. If you know the person that you're involved with is hurting or trying to, you know, or is just being flaky, let's give them some space and, you know, focus on the good, pray, do what you need to do to heal, okay? So those are your messages in regards to love and romance this week, Aquarius. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.